Now from just east of the Mississippi River, EA Sports welcomes you to the home of the Blues, Memphis, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Falcons of Memphis.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 35, here's second down at a yard. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
2nd and 6. Pollard going to try the right side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Metcalf motions left. Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Mixon with a first down carry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The Falcons at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Take a look at the defense for these Texans.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Play action now. Prescott.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Garrett Wilson.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And some space. He's got daylight pushing his way through. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 15. A big pickup there on 3rd and 10. And even 50 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Rolling to his right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Chandler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here's Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. To the right side, complete to Miller. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 57 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
On first down, it's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, Fields. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
On 1st down, Fields. That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a great start to this third quarter. They get their 2nd touchdown, and it looks like they'll tie the ball game.
And I think we want to give some credit to this coaching staff, but also want to give some credit to the team because we talk a lot about halftime adjustments. What I'm seeing, though, is a team that's just executing better and playing a lot freer. Whatever they did, though, it worked.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, Pollard again. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Pollard again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, it's Prescott. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Falcons strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change toward the sideline. Intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Fields on first down.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Again, that's Watkins. Touchdown!
Chris Watkins,
29 yards.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Breaks through the contact.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
At the 32-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Pollard will take it up the gut.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Julian Love.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here we go.
Now Chandler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Chandler.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They run it with Chandler.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Fields.
Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And this Texans defense stands tall.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's able to find Miller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
134 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Texans.
Gabriel Davis.
60 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it would appear